and thanks for joining this year's Fi360 presentation, Marketing on Any Budget. In today's session, we're going to help you create an actionable marketing strategy that helps you reach your business goals. Now, if you've ever been to any of our presentations, you know they are fast-paced and highly interactive. So over the next 50 minutes, we're going to help you define your budget, discuss the time versus money relationship, and throughout the entire presentation, you will be working in a workbook to create your very own custom marketing plan. Because at the end of this presentation, you are going to have a strategic marketing plan that is specific to you and to your business. And of course, throughout today's entire conversation, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, there's a chat feature. Please type them right in there. We want to hear from you because we want to make sure that everyone today gets the most value out of today's conversation. So, are you ready? Let's kick it off with a question. What is marketing? Well, that's a pretty big question, but basically marketing is the process of effectively reaching your target audience using relationships, content, and sales material in order to attract, convert, and retain business while creating long-lasting value. Also, your marketing effort should help you bring in new clients. When you think about marketing, most schools of thought teach us there are three different types, three specific experiences: traditional, digital content, and tangible. Most advisors are very familiar with traditional marketing. These activities revolve around relationship building activities. They might include client appreciation events, trade shows, sponsoring charity events, and other relationship building actions. Many of us have actually built our businesses using traditional marketing methods. Then there's digital content marketing. This is a newer style of marketing where it centers around building a trusted reputation online. Primarily, this types of business takes place, like I just mentioned, online, where you, the advisor, are leveraging the power of the internet through thought leadership campaigns to grow your business. Marketing materials may include blog articles, email communications, podcasts, webinars, maybe even like a fun YouTube series, as well as a robust website. For tangible marketing, think of this as literally anything that you could hand, print, or email to a client, a prospect, or a center of influence. These pieces could include like your business card, brochures, newsletters, all the way up to your finalist presentations. And these materials specifically are physical representations of your brand. So those are the three ways that most people think about marketing. And in today's exercise, we're going to share with you how you can enhance your traditional, digital, and tangible marketing materials and do it all within a comfortable budget. Okay, so if we were in a live setting right now, and I were to ask everyone in the audience, all right, everyone, please raise your hand if you have a defined marketing strategy. Who here would confidently raise their hand? Well, in a recent poll, they found that 77% of advisors have no defined marketing strategy. 91% of advisors shared that developing a marketing strategy, it's hard, it's challenging. And 86% of advisors said that it is difficult to find the time to complete marketing efforts. So if by chance you feel this way, then please know you're not alone. And some really great news, you came to the right presentation, because at the end of this workshop, you're going to have a custom marketing strategy that, again, is unique to you, your business, and your business goals. To begin the interactive portion, we're going to start by working in your business. Now, as a forewarning, we're going to cover a lot of business math. And some of you are just going to know this right off the top of your head. And others are going to need to revisit the workbook. And that is okay. If at any point you don't know the numbers, just use your best guesstimate. You can always come back later and fill it in with the actual numbers. So let's begin by taking a snapshot of your current business so that way we can benchmark progress forward. Everyone should have access to the workbook. What I'd like you to do is to open it up, and we're going to be on page 2. And I want everyone to write down in your workbook, what does your business look like today? How many retirement plan clients do you have? What's your annual revenue? How many team members? Where's your office located? Then I want you to ballpark how many accurate contacts do you have within your CRM? How many people are you connected with through social media, both LinkedIn and Twitter? And then how many emails do you send to your contact list per month? And then lastly, on a scale of 1 to 5, how influential do you feel that you are in your community as a retirement plan advisor? Do your prospects seek you out? Do your clients and centers of influence truly understand what you do and how you can help them? All right, so we're going to pause for 2 minutes, and I want everyone to complete this on your workbook. Again, we are on page 2, and you should have access for it through the link in the resources. All right, so we're going to pause 2 minutes. All right, good job, everyone. All right, so now that you have a snapshot of your current business, we're going to move forward and talk about the different marketing initiatives that you're using today in your biz to grow your business. And we're going to focus on our traditional, digital, and tangible marketing. But we're going to take it one type of marketing at a time. And we're going to start with traditional. When you think of traditional marketing campaigns, out of these listed, what do you do today? We are on page 3 of your workbook. As you're filling out your marketing activities that you do, try to guesstimate how much you invest per year on these different types of traditional marketing initiatives. For example, if you take your clients out to lunch, how much is your annual restaurant tab? Because the name of today's presentation is Marketing on Any Budget. So we're going to start by bringing in that economic side of the equation to quantify your annual marketing investment. So for every check mark that you write in there, put an approximate ballpark number next to that activity. And like I said earlier, don't worry if the numbers aren't perfect. You can always come back later and refine them. Lastly, as you've checked through this, tally up your grand total at the bottom of page 3. So everyone, we're just going to pause again for 1 minute and we're going to put that fancy music right back on. All right. Next, everyone, please flip the page. And we're going to take a look at digital content marketing. When you think of your digital marketing, out of these listed, what types of marketing do you participate in? Same instructions. Please use your ballpark annual numbers and then tally them up at the total. Take 1 minute, and we are on page 4. Awesome. All right. And lastly, let's take a look at those tangible marketing materials and your annual investment. When you think of these, what types of materials do you have readily available? And different question, how do you feel about them? Do you love your website or does it need some work? When you present with your pitch deck, are you filled with confidence or are you always trying to tweak it to be just right for that prospect? So be honest and objectively rate your tangible materials on a scale of 1 to 3. Take 1 minute. And again, we're on page 5. All right, everyone. Congratulations. You actually just completed a very major business milestone. I want everyone to flip to the next page because you are about to see your current sales funnel. Good work. Good work, everyone. Now, your sales funnel tells you exactly where you are strong within your sales process and exactly where you should add some more focus and attention. Take a look at the gaps, the unchecked boxes. These are easily identifiable opportunities for you to strengthen your prospect to client journey. Also, another important aspect to mention is that the types of marketing materials that we're discussing today, they're not always linear. Different marketing materials and efforts can be applied through different stages of the sales funnel. So just keep that in mind as we go through the presentation. All right, so let's back up for a second and start by understanding what is a sales funnel. Well, when a plan sponsor prospect goes through the sales journey, they go through 4 distinct phases. The first stage is awareness. This is when the plan sponsor realizes that something within their company's retirement plan isn't working. The next phase is interest. This means that the plan sponsor has started to do some research. They're Googling for information. They're trying to find sources to the answers of the questions that they have. Also, at this stage, it's really common for a plan sponsor to contact a center of influence and say, hey, do you by any chance know anyone that works with retirement plans? I have some questions and I want to talk to a professional about them. The third stage is the decision phase, and this generally involves meeting face to face or nowadays Zoom to Zoom. So sitting down with an advisor, having that dialogue, and then getting those questions answered. And then the last phase is action. And in our business, it's pretty binary. Either you don't win the plan Or you do, and they hire you as their retirement plan advisor. Well, in today's conversation, we're going to go through each stage of the sales funnel, and we're going to share with you the different pieces of marketing, traditional, digital, and tangible, that you can use to advance your prospects through your sales funnel. So that way you can earn more retirement plan clients. Now, when it comes to your sales funnel, let's look at which marketing activities you can implement to increase new client opportunities. For example, in the awareness phase of the sales funnel, it's all about creating buzz, big, broad awareness within your target market. So that way, when that plan sponsor has questions, they know who you are and they know what you do. This is where the seeds of your business are planted. Examples of awareness campaigns include developing a contact list, networking, phone calls, emails, digital resources, social media connections. Think of these as all of your first impressions, the initial meet and greet stages of getting to know people. These early indicators tell us the future health and viability of your business. In this phase, about 19% of buyers want to connect with an advisor to learn more. Well, that means that 4 out of 5 prospects that are in the awareness phase and they're not giving any clue. So no one even knows about the fact that they have questions. So keep that in mind. Nearly 80% of your prospects in the awareness phase, and they're keeping it a secret. So the more qualified prospects that know who you are and understand what you do, then the more referrals, favorable introductions, and inbound leads you are going to receive. Next is interest. This is when your prospects are qualifying you. They're visiting your website, reading your newsletters, checking out your social media profile. Basically, they're trying to gather enough material information to either move forward with that face to face or Zoom to Zoom appointment, or to seek out another solution altogether. In fact, 86% of people are going to Google you in advance of meeting you. Now, it's important to mention that within each phase of the sales funnel, there are critical make it or break it moments. And in this phase specifically, 60% of prospects want to connect with an advisor. This is after they've researched their options and they've come up with a short list. That includes you. And we want to help you strengthen your overall sales funnel so prospects are going to move fluidly with confidence and advance to the next stage, which is the decision-making phase. The goal of the decision phase is to wow prospects and convert them into clients. Generally, this includes a lot of your tangible marketing materials, from fact finders to finalist presentations. This is where you physically represent your brand, exonify your professionalism, and demonstrate what it is like to work with you. And here, the remaining 20% of prospects want to talk to you. Once they've vetted and they feel comfortable and they've already released a kind of a preliminary decision that they already want to move forward and hire you. When you have a strong sales funnel, it translates into more at-bats, more finalist opportunities, and ultimately more clients. But we're not here to talk about your current business, are we? No, we're here to help you reach your business goals. So let's start out by understanding, what are your business goals? Going back to our workbook, we are on page 7. If we were to zoom ahead 3 years, What does your business look like now? How many clients do you have? What's your new annual revenue? How many team members do you have? What's your new level of influence? Do you have anything that you've been wanting to accomplish, like a new designation, win an industry award? I want you to take 1 minute and fill out the information on page 7. What does your business look like in 3 years? So now we're going to start to put together your business goals and define a marketing budget. So that way you can create your custom marketing plan. Does everyone here want to know an unspoken secret about marketing? Well, all marketing works. You just have to do it. So here's an idea. I want everyone to only do marketing activities that genuinely excite you. Have you always thought about hosting a client appreciation event? Do the words lights, camera, action create excitement within your body? Great. Okay, so in your workbook, I only want you to select marketing activities that you want to do. Because when you do things that you like, you're more likely to complete them. And chances are you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So going back to our workbook, we're on page 8. You're going to see a list of a whole bunch of different marketing activities. I want you to select 15 that sound interesting. Now, you might notice that some of these marketing activities you're already doing, and that's okay. So if you like doing these activities, for example, meals with clients, and you want to continue doing them, then check that box. But if you don't like doing them, for example, cold calling, then don't check the box. Strive for a minimum of 15 check boxes. And if you're daring, feel free to do more. But again, only select marketing activities that sound interesting to you. We're on page 8 and take 1 minute. Now that you have selected your 15 marketing activities that sound interesting, yes, I want to pause and talk about the importance of the time versus money relationship. When you look at that list of 15 very interesting, fun sounding marketing activities, please do not try and tackle them all yourself. You're going to need to partner in order to achieve all of your goals. Here's a quick trick. Follow along with me for a moment here. We're actually on page 9. So this is a trick that my dad taught me many years ago. It's ballpark math, but I think everyone here can follow along. So let's do it. Okay, so if you take your current annual compensation, this is to help you understand how much your time is worth. So if you take your annual take-home pay, you remove 3 zeros, and you divide by 2. This gives you an approximate hourly rate. Okay. So you take your current annual salary, take away 3 zeros, divide by 2, and this is ballpark your current hourly rate. And this is your new cost basis. So when you're debating whether you should delegate, partner, or do it yourself, I want you to use this concept. It should help clarify and help you decide how to maximize the value of your time. So here's a quick example. Let's say you enjoy data entry. What value is that bringing to your business? Is it more or less than your hourly rate? Well, chances are it's less. So that would be an opportunity to delegate that task to a team member. What about sending and optimizing email campaigns? Let's say the value is about the same by the time you set up the campaigns, load your pre-approved content, segment your list, and send out the information. That would be a great opportunity to find a quality partner. Or what about meeting with clients? Is the value of meeting with clients worth more than your hourly rate? Yes, absolutely. You betcha. So that activity you would not delegate or partner away. Instead, this is where you shine, and you, at the same time, you're actually maximizing your time value of money. But also keep in mind that we're not just talking about today. We're looking at the future. So when you think ahead 3 years from now, what's your new annual compensation? And then use the delta between your current hourly rate and your future hourly rate as the budget window and your barometer to know when to partner and when to delegate. As you become more successful, you're going to have less and less time. Therefore, it's important to understand this relationship now and how to divide your time so that way you can achieve the greatest success. Next, it's time to establish a meaningful marketing budget. All right, everyone, flip over that page. We are on now page 10 of your worksheet. And if you've been filling this out as we've gone along, you're going to see your current marketing allocation for your traditional, digital, and tangible marketings. Well, do these numbers surprise you? All right. Well, what I want everyone to do is to tally them up to the right-hand side, and you're going to create a total, which is your annual marketing budget. Then, once you have your total, I'd like everyone to strive to reallocate your marketing budget across awareness, interest, and the decision sections of your sales pipeline. As we mentioned before, Keep in mind, these are not linear relationships. Rather, within your sales funnel, you're going to use different marketing materials to advance your prospects, which is why it's important to evenly allocate your marketing resources throughout your sales pipeline. So use these dollar allocations as a new starting point to optimize your sales funnel. And keep this in mind, whatever the numbers are, you're doing great. You're doing awesome. Start somewhere. Then I'd like everyone to challenge yourself, because over time, you're going to want to stretch your total annual budget and strive to reach these percentage points. This is from a study from Elite Advisors, and this is how much they invest in their marketing budgets per year. On average, to be a growth-focused advisor, you should be investing 4 to 10% of your revenue in marketing. Now, if you're not here today, don't worry about it. It's okay. But as you look ahead at your 3-year goals, keep these marketing budgets in the back of your mind and use these dollars on your marketing campaigns to help achieve your vision. All right, well, now that everyone has some type of loose budget, whether you're here today, like I said, whether you're striving for tomorrow, or most likely in between, it's all good. Well, now it's time to share with you how to optimize your budget and act on achieving your business goals. So we've talked about the importance of leading indicators, awareness, interest, and decision. Now we're going to give you some easy examples on how to fill your sales funnel no matter your budget. For example, in the awareness stage, LinkedIn. Connect with more qualified prospects to generate top of the funnel awareness. To help find more qualified 401k prospects, contact your local wholesalers. They usually have access to Search 5500 tools and can absolutely help you create prospects, lists of prospects within your defined target market. Everyone should strive to have over 1,000 LinkedIn connections. When you have a quality social network, you establish a greater social media voice. You become influential with each post, that you're a trusted retirement plan advisor, and it helps to create awareness activities within your pipeline of decision makers. So the very first action that I want everyone here to accomplish today, I'd like you to increase your top of the funnel contacts by 30%. Could you increase your social media connections, email contact lists, and centers of influence by 30%? To accomplish this, like I said, connect with your local wholesalers. They have those wonderful list generating tools that can help you grow your network and your influence. Also, seek out more center of influence relationships, such as ERISA attorneys, CPAs, TPAs, and benefit advisors. These professionals work with business owners that usually sponsor a retirement plan, and generally they're great people to get to know and to establish business building relationships. Next, for the interest phase, I want you to think about those 15 marketing activities that you just checked off that you're really excited about. Well, it's time to put them into action. Let's say you always wanted to host a client appreciation event, but you're skinny on budget. Here's how you can accomplish it. Start by committing to your goals. Step 1. Then put together your tasks for planning, organizing, coordinating, and finalizing. Ballpark, it should take around 16 hours from start to finish. As you're planning for the event, put together your budget. Here's an example. And let's say you're doing this mostly yourself, but with a little bit of help from some food caterers. So to save on cost and to be sensitive of the times, You select a lovely outdoor park location. And then you invite your clients, centers of influence, and warm prospects to an afternoon barbecue. So, thinking about the business of math for a moment, if you were to ballpark, what's your average client revenue? Just have some like number in your mind here. And let's just hypothetically say, just hypothetically and for easy math sake, let's just say it's $1,000 per client. That's your average revenue per client. How many new clients would you need to bring on in order to cover your investment of this event? One, right? One new client. Well, if you bring in one new client from this event, is it a success? Yes, absolutely. The event is a huge success. But not only that, I want everyone to consider the long-term impact. When financial professionals have loyal clients, it gives your practice stability and continuity. Client retention leads to gathering more assets, sparks more inbound referrals, enhances your profitability, and increases the overall value of your business for potential future mergers and acquisition activities. These events also help by deepening your relationships. You stay in front of your clients, you become known within your community. Plus, they're memorable, they're fun, and honestly, they're just good business. Well, now let's take a look at the ROI of publishing a blog. 91% of advisors agree that digital marketing has taken on a greater importance as a result of the pandemic. Now, in your 15 exciting activities, if you checked off publishing a blog as one of your new client acquisition tactics, then you should know that blog articles are actually one of the most successful pieces of digital content for early demand generation because they highlight your expertise and they're excellent proof points for your experience working with retirement plans. Plus, content marketing costs 62% less than traditional marketing and generates 3 times as many leads. On average, it takes about 8 hours from ideation to writing to copy editing to finalizing to complete a quality article. And when writing your blog, you can absolutely sit down and write it yourself. But what a lot of advisors do is they partner. They find a quality partner that can help them publish topics that are pertinent, plan sponsor must reads, hot off the presses, and timely stories. When you write a blog, it helps you become easily findable on Google, enhances search engine optimization. Remember earlier we started today's presentation about how curious plan sponsors are Googling for information? Well, when you have a blog, you become a source for their solutions. Also, the articles can be shared on social media and repurposed through email marketing campaigns. Email is a highly efficient marketing resource that helps you stay in front of your target audience. And nowadays, with all the different types of content that can be emailed, you can be very creative. For example, you could send via email your blog, your newsletter, videos, event invitations, infographics, your podcast, and so much more. The opportunities are as limitless as your imagination. So as you're building out your exciting marketing activities, always consider how you can maximize your distribution through email campaigns. This is going to multiply the amount of contacts that see your materials and help you to create greater awareness and interest in your retirement plan services. In contrast, a lack of communication to your clients, prospects, and centers of influence is a breeding ground for doubt. For example, when plan sponsors feel like they haven't heard from their advisor in a while, they may feel unsupported, nervous, and scared. And these emotions create doubt. And well, any good prospecting campaign is going to love that, right? So make sure to shore up your communication strategy to stay in front of your clients regularly and deliver quality education. That way, when another advisor is introduced to your plan sponsor clients, they're going to confidently say, nope, we're all set. All right, so going back to our workbook, we're on page 11. You're going to see those 15 different marketing activities that you selected. These actions are going to help you drive awareness and interest, and that's incredible. And you should all be very excited about doing these specific actions. And these are all top of the funnel activities that are going to help you get more qualified prospects so they know who you are, what you do, and how you can provide support for their retirement plan. Additionally, use the knowledge we just learned by evaluating your current hourly rate compared to your future hourly rate to determine which projects you should delegate, partner, or do yourself. The next section we're going to cover is the decision stage of the sales funnel. In this phase, you're meeting with that plan sponsor to demonstrate how you can support their retirement plan. This is generally through your pitch deck presentations, service calendars, RFP response lists, finalist meetings, and more. What I want everyone to do is to objectively look at your materials. Do you like them? Do they make you smile? And if they don't, it's time for a refresher. Also, as you're looking at your materials, if you see anything that's older than 3 years old, that generally means it's time for an update. You want your marketing materials to reflect what's going on today and to be current. For anyone interested in learning the building blocks of creating a really powerful brand, we invite you to watch the Building a Brand presentation, which is available through Broadridge Fi360 Solutions Learning and Development Center. In this workshop, you're going to learn about the importance of brand standards, the psychology of color, and how to put it all together through an interactive creative brand exercise so that way you can enhance your current brand and stand out within the plan sponsor community. Now, the last section of the sales funnel is action. And as I mentioned in our business, it's usually pretty binary. Either you don't win the plan or you do, and the prospect hires you as their new retirement plan advisor. Well, I'm sure everyone would agree that a lot has changed over the last year. Yeah. Well, especially when it comes to a finalist meeting. For one example, the way in which that we present our services and capabilities. It used to be done in a face-to-face meeting, whereas now it's usually accomplished over a video call. And with the added complexities of technology, sometimes things just get lost in translation. I'm sure everyone here has been on a bad video call, right? So the obvious ways to enhance your meetings is always to have clear audio, quality video, good lighting, and an organized background. Said another way, invest in your technology. According to Amazon, the average laptop camera with a built-in microphone costs around $35. A ring light is about $25. And for an organized background, you could either put up a nice piece of art or use one of the free virtual backgrounds. The point is that when you are presenting in a video format, you want your audience to focus on you. You don't want them distracted by poor audio quality, by sun flares and weird shadows, or any background disturbances. Treat your virtual environments with the same care and professionalism that you would treat your office. Because while we're slowly returning to normal, a lot of plan sponsors are actually really comfortable now with video communication. So don't be surprised if this way of business sticks around even long after the pandemic is over. Keep in mind that all marketing is good marketing. And remember that your leading indicators, awareness, interest, and decision, are helping you to generate buzz and to create brand awareness, get new introductions, and wow those new prospects. So here's what happens in real life. I want everyone to meet Gwen. She is a plan sponsor, and she realizes that something within their company's retirement plan isn't quite working. She keeps hearing about the importance of financial wellness, and she just doesn't feel like her employees are getting enough information. So she contacts her friend Robert, who is also a CFO, and Robert glowingly recommends you, their retirement plan advisor. So now Gwen has a really great starting point to begin the next phase of her pipeline. Gwen has your name, and like I mentioned earlier, 86% of folks are going to Google you. So she starts out by looking at your website, reads your biography that contains your experience. At the same time, Robert's a proactive type of guy. He sends an introduction email to both you and to Gwen. Everyone's experienced this before, right? Yeah. Well, then, Gwen, you send Robert that thank you message back, glowingly thank him for that introduction, and you share with Gwen an opportunity to schedule a time to sit down. At the same time, you look Gwen up on LinkedIn. Yeah. And you send her a very nice connection request. Well, wow. Gwen is impressed with all of your initial impressions. She looked at your website. It was great. She was impressed by your email etiquette and your connection request on LinkedIn, which she happily accepted. So Gwen moves forward and she accepts your meeting for next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Well, as life is, on that Tuesday morning, something comes up and Gwen needs to reschedule. She still says she's very, very much still interested. However, this matter is pressing and it needs immediate attention. At the same time, you're now connected with Gwen on LinkedIn, and she has signed up for your email communication. So she's regularly seeing your social media posts, and she's regularly receiving your email marketing communication. A month goes by. Yeah, this happens, right? This is real life. A month flies by. And now Gwen finally shares, okay, I have the time to put the attention on the retirement plan that it needs. And she happens to see your latest email that has this wonderful guide, the CFO's Guide to Financial Wellness. It kickstarts her way of thinking once again, and she goes, I need to focus on this. So she schedules a meeting with you. You meet with Gwen, you present your services and how you can support her company's retirement plan. Of course, she's impressed and she asks you, can you become our new retirement plan advisor? Well, in addition to that, Gwen is just so blown away by how wonderful this whole process has been and this entire experience. She's talking to her friend Barbara, who's the director of HR at another company, and she's glowing about you and why more people need to work with you as their professional advisor. All right, so what just happened? Gwen realized she has a problem. She gained awareness. She phoned a friend, And after meeting you, she went down the Google rabbit hole and gained confidence that you're a great retirement plan professional. She gained interest. Then, through your digital marketing materials, she learned more about how you can support her plan. And even though her calendar changed, she stayed committed and interested in learning more. How many times does this happen in real life, right? A lot, yeah. And especially since in our business, we have a long sales cycle. So once then, Gwen's calendar cleared up and she re-engaged and rescheduled that meeting. Afterwards, she was so impressed with your service and your offerings. And of course, she hired you as her new retirement plan advisor. Additionally, since Gwen is now a client, she goes to the top of your sales funnel once again, but now she's back in the awareness phase and she's now as an active referral source, which she's already recommended to her friend Barbara, which now is going to repeat that wonderful sales pipeline, which is going to help you earn more retirement plan clients. Your lagging indicators are onboarding new clients, retaining existing clients, and generating inbound referrals. The sales funnel doesn't stop here. Rather, it continues as your business grows and matures, because now your clients and centers of influence become some of your greatest marketing advocates. So much so that from your clients, centers of influence, and marketing campaigns, according to a recent Schwab study, top performing advisory teams receive 3.7, 1.5, and 3.1% of new client activities from these marketing sources. So as you look inside your business, use these numbers to help benchmark where you're experiencing client growth and where you should apply more focus to generate new client activities. To put this all together now, going back to your worksheet, we're on page 11, you will see this now completed on your behalf. And you have a custom marketing plan that dissected traditional digital content and tangible marketing and rearranged them into awareness, interest, and decision. This is your new sales funnel. Also, you'll notice that it's all within your budget to invest within each section of the sales funnel to help you accomplish those wonderful 15 exciting and interesting marketing initiatives. So next, I want everyone to flip the page. We're on 12 and 13, and you're going to see a fully built out custom marketing strategy. The reason it is outlined in 3-month segments, and the reason why is that each marketing activity progresses in level of planning and difficulty. As you accomplish each one, they will build on the previous and thus make it easier and more efficient for you to reach your target audience and promote your retirement plan advisory services. Keep in mind, marketing is never once and done. You'll need to invest regularly in your ongoing marketing efforts. Our goal today was to help you realize your marketing budget, align your business goals, and help you develop a marketing plan that you're excited to launch. Like I shared earlier, all marketing is good marketing. Commit to thinking like a business owner and implement your custom marketing plan. Always remember that time versus money relationship when evaluating whether you should do it yourself, delegate, or partner, because time is your most important commodity. All right, so what did we cover today? We helped you define your marketing budget. We explained the time versus money relationship. Everyone wrote your own custom marketing plan. So as plan sponsors go through this sales funnel, you are in front of them, educating them, informing them, and converting them into new retirement plan clients. And now it's time to put your strategic plans into action so that way you can achieve your retirement plan business goals. Thanks again, everyone, for joining. I want to say the special thank yous to the wonderful Fi360 team for all their hard work and for inviting us to share this information with you today. With that, I'm Rebecca Arahan with 401k Marketing. Let's open it up for some Q&A.